Hi, welcome to Copenhagen. Thanks for dropping in. Hope everybody's doing well. Today I am unboxing a diamond painting from the Nuojie Store on AliExpress. So, Nuojie Store on AliExpress. Totally new name to me. And I received this 2 days ago, and as soon as I picked it up I realised there was something different about this one. So we'll get straight in and we'll find out what it is. Okay, so there is a box inside here, but normally the drills and everything are inside the box, but this is a very thin box and the drills are outside of the box. So as I said, I've never bought anything from this company before, so it's all new to me. First things first, the goodie bag. I actually have 2 goodie bags, identical. Pink pens. I'll open one up. And we have a 3-placer, multi-placer on the end. To anybody that's maybe new to diamond painting, these are used to place more than one drill at a time. With the pen, normal pen, you can only place one drill at a time. If you have an area with a lot of the same colour, you can speed things up a bit by filling this little channel with wax, lining up 3 drills in your tray, press it down and then put 3 at a time. So some people prefer to do that. I don't. I have never used a multi-placer. I prefer to do dot by dot, basically, drill by drill, but that's just my personal preference. So we get 2 pink pens with a multi-placer each, and we get a pretty much standard green tray and a piece of standard pink wax. So we actually have double. So that's it for the goodie bags. Pretty straightforward, no surprises. I think we'll have a look at the drills. So this one is square drills, and we have quite a lot of drills on this. This is a 55 by 55. I'm just trying to see how this one opens. That's it. This outer bag is a little bit thicker than the normal ones. It's not quite as noisy. So as I said, I have never bought anything from this company before, and again something different that I've never seen. They don't label, or they do, sorry, they do label them. I couldn't see that because it was black on dark green. But they have these labels, which actually makes it easier to check your list. So I've never seen a company do that before. It actually makes it easier to see the numbers because these are all 838. Well, that failed. This is 838 as well, and it doesn't have a label. So 838, 11 bags. I take it if they have an extra string, you just have to find it and then add them up together. So I'm guessing there should be 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 bags. So 8, 2, 3, 8 bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's actually a faster way to do it, I think. 18 bags of 819. so I won't go through all of this, but yeah, so 3 bags. It saves you having to look at the key, which is pretty cool. So you're not constantly going back and forward and looking at your A4 sheet as a reference. I quite like that. I think that's a good idea, actually. So just having a look at the actual drills, nice and loose. They look fine. Don't see any problems with them. Pick another one at random. Yep, they look okay. So I'll put them safely out of the way. Just want to check the actual key. The thing about these bags is it's not easy to see where they seal. There we go. So plenty of colour in this one. And I'll only open this one really to find the key, but got some little resealable bags. Just out of curiosity, how many do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These bags are slightly bigger than the normal ones. So 5 bags in this one. But the main thing is the key. So you can see, decent sized thumbnail. This one was purely a picture I just saw and I thought, I like that. We don't have cats or a cat, but I just like the picture. So pretty much standard key. We have basic step-by-step how to diamond paint. So we've got 10 instructions, and then we have the actual key. So really easy to read, and again, this is the second time I've seen this EMC. It's actually DMC, but I don't know why they put EMC. Somebody might comment and tell me why they do that differently. But the first time I saw it, what I did was I just checked 310, googled 310 black. So I looked for 310 and you can see it's black. Now actually I like this. It's gold print. Most companies it would be black like this, and when you have very dark colours and black print, it can be really hard to actually see the number. So I like that, the fact that they've made it gold, so it's really easy to see. But again, it's all the same. It's 356, 10 bags, so it saves having to look at this, put it down, look at the bags. You can just find that 356, 10 bags. I like that. So I'll place these carefully as well. So that's the key, the drills, the goodie bags, the resealable bags. Now we get down to the good part, the actual canvas. So in a little cardboard box, quite good, gives it a bit of strength, hopefully stops it getting damaged. I can see they've also got foam inside, which is even better, so hopefully it stops the canvas from getting bashed. So just cut this. So double-sided adhesive, or double-sided glue if you want to call it that, because we have the opaque cover. If it had been poured glue it would be clear. So now to check for air bubbles and ripples and all that good stuff. So just one big piece of sellotape in the middle. So just put this. So double-sided adhesive, or double-sided glue if you want to call it that, because we have the opaque cover. So now to check for air bubbles and ripples and all that good stuff. So just one big piece of sellotape in the middle. So just put this. should actually, instead of using scissors, use a craft knife. Makes more sense. So we'll open up. And nice thick piece of foam. Some of them tend to be quite narrow. It's a nice diameter. So that worked very well. The canvas is in perfect condition. So now we'll have a look and see what it is actually like. So as I said, this is a 55 by 55. What I'm doing just now is I'm checking to see if this is just one piece, and it is. So we'll get the top. And again, we've always got this problem. If anybody's watching this for the first time, watching the canvas getting unrolled, this is a problem that when you unpack them, they want to curl back up into a circle. So some people will say flatten it out, put it under your mattress for a while and let it flatten out. Some people will say put it under something and then put heavy weights on top and leave it for a while. You really don't need to spend that amount of time. There is a very easy fix, very quick way to flatten the canvas so that you can start working on it there and then. You don't have to wait days on it settling or anything. So I'll find the top again. It's the bottom, of course it is the bottom. So just putting the bottom over the end of the table. How many ways can I get this wrong? So this is the top. It doesn't actually matter what way you do it, but this is the way that I normally do it. So actually I did do that wrong, because what I should be doing is going with the curl, so it should be this way, even though it is at the top. So it's been rolled up sideways, but that's fine. So all I do is find the cover and pull it up very slowly, and what I'm doing here is when I peel back the cover, I always touch the underside to see if it is sticky, because you can see the glue there. The double-sided adhesive is just basically a massive piece of double-sided tape, and when you pick up the corner, it can be quite easy, especially if you've got long nails, to catch the glue as well as the cover. And when you peel it back, you actually peel the glue off the canvas, which you don't want to do. So what I do is I get the cover up and then I just touch it, make sure it isn't sticky, so we know that the glue is where it should be on the canvas. Then put it down and work my way along. Just do it nice and slow, because if you try and pull it quickly, you will tear the cover. Doesn't really matter, but I like to get the thing in one piece. So just working my way along, and I'll start this corner. So just flicking up the cover, pulling it back, touching the canvas, touching the cover to make sure the glue is on the canvas, and that's fine. So bring this along to the section I'd already lifted up, and then just hold the top and peel the cover back, and again try and get it even. So this is maybe just a bit too wide to get it to pull in one straight sheet, So just alternate it from side to side. Take it just over halfway, just a guesstimate. So roughly there. Just drop the cover back on again, and you can see the canvas is flat. If I turn it around to the other side that hasn't been done, it's like that. So it's just a matter of doing the same thing. I actually went way past halfway, so I don't need to close back as far. I forgot it was only a 55. So again, just get the cover, peel it back a little bit, touch it, not sticky, so we're good to go. Work along. Get some tape off. Okay, so work along. As I said, don't try and go too fast because you'll start to tear the cover. Then you end up with all these little sections and rips. Doesn't affect the diamond painting, but I just prefer to get the whole thing in one piece. So again, just going to have to work side to side, but I don't have to go as far because I went way past halfway. So pull back, I feel tension on it, and then when I get to the section that I've already pulled up, it goes loose, so I know that I've went far enough, and then just drop it down again, and that's it. The canvas is flat, it's ready to work. I didn't have to put it under the mattress for a few days, I didn't have to place books on it, leave it for a few days, anything like that. This is ready to start working on now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the whole cover off. Not something that I would recommend to take the cover off and leave it sitting for a while, because you will get stray pet hairs, eyelashes, whatever, human hair, dust, all that sort of good stuff will end up sticking on the cover, on the glue, which can cause problems when you're trying to get drills to stick to it. So that is the picture, and that is very, very hard to make out what that is. Because of the way that they've done the coding, it makes it very difficult to actually see the picture, which is pretty cool, because as you start to build it up, the picture comes alive, which is quite good. I quite like that idea. Sometimes when you uncover diamond paintings, you can see the picture, it's just the colours aren't as bright as they will be once the drills are on, but this one is it's very hard to see what that is. So the reason I take it off is to have a look, and I can see there are some air bubbles up in this corner. Hopefully, yeah, you can see there these little lines. That is air that's trapped underneath the glue. So just check it. I mean, it isn't bad. There are a few. The glue is well over the edge. You can see it's nearly at the actual edge of the canvas. So yeah, there are quite a few air bubbles, and it is pretty easy to get rid of them. Again, all we need is the craft knife. So you get your craft knife, you find the air bubbles, and sometimes you have to move the canvas, turn it around, get different angles of light before you actually see these ripples. But when you find them, it's just a matter of putting the craft knife blade on it and scoring down, pressing hard enough to cut the glue, but not hard enough to cut the canvas. And what that does is that releases the air, so when you place drills, they will sit flat. If you don't do that and you just place your drills on top of them, when you do it, everything seems okay, but what happens is the glue lifts up again eventually, and you'll see that you've got like rows or partial rows of drills that are sitting up from the rest, and they don't really fit with the rest. When you see the light hitting it, you'll see these little lines. So to stop that happening, it's a good idea just at the very beginning, before you start, just go around, look for the air bubbles, score through them. Make sure you've got a very sharp craft knife, because you don't want it to drag the glue. That can cause problems if it's dragging the glue rather than slicing it. So all we're doing is letting the air out. That's simple as that. Once you do that, the glue will settle, and when you put your drills down, they will stay flat. So a few quite long ones at the sides. It's quite irritating, they've got so much glue at the sides. Can't hold it without sticking my fingers in the glue. So just a little bit of time going through all these bubbles is going to save a lot of hassle at the end when you've finished it and then you suddenly realise that you've got lines of drills popping up. And this is the downside of poured glue. Sorry, not poured glue, of double-sided adhesive. If you have poured glue, because of the way they manufacture it, they pour the glue and they don't get air bubbles. So that's why most people prefer poured glue. But really this isn't such a big deal. This one anyway. There are a few, but not major. I have had a lot worse. So that'll do for now. What I'll do is I'll turn it and then check it against the light again and just make sure that I've went through all of the air bubbles. But rather than spending time doing that now, we'll just have a look at the canvas. So I've got the key, which is cordon glue. You can see that the reason that you can't really see the picture is because all of the symbols have a white background. So you don't really see the design. Sometimes you might get a diamond painting and you get this black mark. All that is showing the center of the canvas. Sometimes you just have to guess what the symbol is underneath it. This one happens to be exactly in between, so I can see it's 2 3s with the either side. But sometimes they're bigger than that and they sort of cover the square. In that case, all you do is guess what it's meant to be. Normally you can tell by the colours around it, and even if you get it wrong, it's only one drill. Nobody's going to know the difference. So again, we've got the centre there. Not all diamond paintings have it, but some do. So yeah, that's it. As you can see, you can't really tell what the picture is, but as I do it, it will come to life. There are a lot of colours in it. They did number them, thankfully, so I don't have to. 25 colours, not that many, but it's a lot more than it looks. It doesn't look like there's much colour in it, but 25 colours. And if you do take the whole cover off, I would probably recommend that you fold it back halfway and then check it for air bubbles and then fold it back again halfway, because when you take the whole cover off the canvas, it can be hard to get it back on and lined up. It can take a bit of time. So rather than having to try and do it the whole thing, just fold it back halfway, check for air bubbles, go back, check for air bubbles, and that way you always keep the cover over all of the glue. So that's it. As I said, new company to me. Just the only real difference was the fact that they have these labels on the bags, which I quite like. The fact that you don't have to refer to the sheet. You just find it, and say it says 10 and you've only got 4, you know that you're looking for another 6 that won't have a label on it. I like that idea. So my first purchase from the Nuojie Store on AliExpress, I will put the name in the description because I am sure I am pronouncing it wrong. First time I've bought from them, everything was pretty much okay. A few air bubbles, but again it's double-sided adhesive, and that's something that you just have to live with if you go for the double-sided adhesive. I think most people these days prefer poured glue because you don't have to sit and score through air bubbles, and you know that you aren't going to have any. That's the main thing. When you do the double-sided adhesive ones, it's always a surprise when you peel back the cover because you're never sure how good or bad it's going to be. Sometimes you are pleasantly surprised and other times you aren't. So all in all, not too bad. I like the fact that the background of the symbols is white. It turns it into more of a mystery painting, even although you do have a thumbnail and you can see what the picture is. But 25 colours, I think it's going to look very nice. So it will be appearing up in the background at some point. It's on the very long to-do list. So yeah, the kit, just basic stuff, no surprise. Multi-placers thrown in as well. 2 pens, 2 trays, 2 glue. It's only a 55 by 55. The amount of glue, wax, the amount of pink wax that you've got there would do a lot of these this size. So that's always some spare pink wax for you. So overall, I would say above average, not bad at all. So that's it. Nuojie Store on AliExpress. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to subscribe, hit the notification button, and you will see my next video. It may be an unboxing, an unbagging, a diamond painting, a diamond painting accessory, or one of the beginner's guide videos. So I like to mix them up, so I like to be as random as possible. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, take care, be safe, and wash your hands.